Do you remember the last time you were really excited for something, but didn't know when it would release? So you let your guard down a bit, and then bam! There you are, finding out from a reliable source that the thing you were excited for just came out like a week ago, right under your nose. I don't know, maybe that example just applies to me, but the point is that a game I had really been looking forward to is out now. Let me introduce y'all to a little VR game called Moss. Plot-wise, the game begins with you as the reader finding an old book in a large, abandoned library. As we flip through the pages, we are told a story of a once peaceful kingdom and how it has been overthrown by a fire-breathing snake named Sarfog. Told that we have a part to play in the story, and that our destiny is tied to another, we are soon transported to the fantasy land contained within the book, and it is here that we are introduced to the game's heroine, Quill, a young adventurous mouse who has stumbled upon a mysterious artifact known as the Glass Relic. Similar to the main character of Light Tracer, which, if you haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. Our small friend is aware of our presence and sees players as a figure with a masked face and glowing orb. However, while most of us would probably freak out at the sight of a huge figure following us around, Quill is a brave little mouse and she automatically warms up to us. So much in fact, that she instantly brings us home to her uncle to show off her new friend as well as the Glass Relic. Unfortunately, with the introduction of the mysterious artifact, evil begins to extend its reach for Quill, and her uncle is soon put in grave danger. So, you and your mouse companion must set off on an adventure to defeat Sarfog, save Quill's uncle, and bring peace to the kingdom once more. When it comes to gameplay, you play the game with a basic PlayStation controller, and what you do is made up of two parts. The first is that with the world viewed from the first-person perspective using the PlayStation VR headset, you control Quill, navigating environments and battling enemies. Controlling Quill is quite simple, as she has basic moves such as attacks with her sword, the ability to jump/climb, and a dodge move. These are all done using the face buttons on the controller. While controlling Quill, however, the player can also manipulate the environment to navigate obstacles and solve puzzles. The player can change positions to have different perspectives of the world, such as leaning to see around buildings or standing up and getting an aerial view. To control things in the environment, you use the shoulder buttons. Now, while this may sound simple enough, the ability to control Quill and interact with the environment in tandem does take a bit of work, especially when you have a lot going on, like battles or having a time platforming, for instance. Still, once you begin to master the gameplay and see yourself progressing through the environments, it is extremely rewarding. Also rewarding is the fact that you get to travel with such a great character. Maybe I'm just easily impressed and have a soft spot for small cute animals, but I really love Quill. I mean, even though video games of the past have given us an onslaught of wannabe mascots, I wouldn't mind seeing Quill as the face of more VR adventures, honestly. I feel like the way she controls is great, her design is simple but effective, and the way she interacts with you is just so much fun. Whether using her gestures for puzzle hints, or asking me for a high five to celebrate a completed puzzle, the little rodent oozes with personality that I want to see more of. That, of course, brings me to the biggest negative about the game, which is that it is pretty short. While I haven't finished the game quite yet as of the time of this recording, online sources tell me that I don't have much more to go, as the game only takes about 4-ish hours to beat. That, combined with the price, may be a turnoff for many people. And while I'm throwing stuff out there, I'll be honest that the game tends to have some of those weird control issues that other VR games have. While I didn't run into as many, and this game definitely feels like the most polished one so far, there are still a few instances of having to deal with the controller motion not tracking right, or the VR headset calibration needing to be readjusted. However, I will say that despite it being a bit on the short side, and having some flaws here and there, this is now my favorite PlayStation VR game, featuring a great fairy tale story, addicting gameplay, and a wonderful mouse companion in the form of Quill. This game is one that I would recommend to anyone. While VR definitely makes people think of first-person experiences such as shooters, where you are the star, and I do hope we develop some good games in that department, this game is a step in the right direction when it comes to the world of platformers or adventure games, in which you get to hang out with the colorful characters of that universe. For that, whether you own a PlayStation VR headset yourself, or know someone who does, I think that experiencing this game should be on everyone's to-do list. But hey, that's just my opinion. And remember, don't take anything I say too seriously. After all, I'm just a wannabe reviewer. Thanks for watching.